Hey, what's going on, guys? DJ Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a top 10 video of my 10 most Hypebeast approved sneakers in my collection. Kind of a random video for me to do. Honestly, I was trying to record this already, and then I decided I'll give it another shot, but I was going to scrap this idea after I already pulled out the shoes. But I thought, you know what, I'll give it one more try. So if you guys actually like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. Concept of it is just 10 hyped up sneakers. There ends up being 12 out here. That Hypebeast basically would like. But it kind of sends the wrong message, right? Because not everything that you buy should be like hyped up, right? And I think that's one thing I want to point out from the beginning. Obviously, if you guys know my channel, you know that I don't necessarily just buy whatever's hyped up. I buy whatever I want, and I buy a lot of random things. Like, just an example, the Coffin Dunks sitting on clearance for I think $86 on Nike.com right now. Super dope shoe, but it's one that I saw in person and I was like, dope, I definitely want these. So I definitely kind of beat to my own drum and buy like whatever I actually want, not necessarily what is hyped up. Now there is some exceptions to the rule. As you can see, the Yeezy 750s in the backdrop, because that's not one of the shoes I really like, but it was an opportunity that I got the shoe for retail, which I'm positive any of you guys that could have got the Yeezy 750 for retail would have jumped and bought him as well. So I just got lucky on that one. One other thing that I want to clarify before I start getting into the shoes is just because you like the hyped up sneaker doesn't mean that you're a hype beast. Like, I like some shoes before the hype jumps off, and I'll get into one of them for sure here that I'm 100% positive that was on my radar before anybody else. And then the hype just got out of control on the shoe after the release, after they were limited, then whatever it would have been. But anyway, so it's at the end of the day, like, just definitely just buy what you like. But also, if there's opportunities out there, then don't be stupid. Obviously, if you can buy a shoe that ends up being worth, quote unquote, more money than other shoes, you can use that for buying power to buy other things that you want. So yeah, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of things that people tell you, like, out there, and just buy what you like and just wear your sneakers and everything else. Just do you, man. Just focus on you and do whatever you like. And every single person that's out there is kind of a mix of everything that they're presenting to it. I'm not a reseller, but I'm going to sell those 750s. Like, that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. But without further ado, I guess, let's go ahead and get into the top 10. I did the 3 of the Yeezys in one because I didn't want to break it up too much. But we have the Pirate Black 350 Boosts. Really, really dope shoe, in my opinion. And then my favorite one, actually, out of the released ones. I just love the all black look of these, and then the just the red stripe on them. There's a lot of replicas out there though, so it's a really tough shoe to buy without really knowing what you're getting into. So I'm glad I got them at retail when they released. Turtle Dove's another one. Clean these ones up a little bit, but they were still really hard to clean, honestly. And people actually saw my pictures on Instagram, and I don't know, you can't really see it, but I took out the insole, so it's just a plain insole on the inside of these. Nothing. Maybe I can just tilt this over this way so you can see it in the inside. Yeah, so just the same material on the outside on the insole. Just took it out. For some reason I didn't really like it. More comfortable without the insole, honestly. So but these are the Turtle Doves, and then you guys already know I was already talking about these ones right here. A little bit of suede scuffed on them right there, but the 750s, just a shoe that I don't really think I can pull off. I actually like the strap on them. I think that's probably the dopest part because of the 3 stripes and then the Adidas like logos and stuff on the flip side right down there. I love the triple black colorway out of the 2. For sure, this is the better one, in my opinion, that released. And I like the fact that it's a really substantial shoe. It has some substance to it, and the leather is really, really nice. And the rubber midsole versus kind of the hard plastic midsole on the 350s. Love the fact that they did that. But overall, the shape of the shoe and the style of the shoe is just above my league. So that's why I'm getting rid of those ones. But the other ones are ones that I've had in my collection through the years. We'll start off down here. Tiffany Dunk SBs. This is one actually that I will end up selling eventually because it's just not my size. I bought this. I waited in line to get these ones, and this was the only pair that they had left. Because back in the day, Nike SBs only had one size run. And I'll do a Nike SB collection video and try to get into that a little bit more. But this was a 10.5, and if anybody actually wants these, offer up market price and hit me up on Twitter and offer up market price, and I'll see what's out there. Another pair that's really hyped up is the banned Air Jordan 1s. Rumored to come back in 2016. Not sure if it's going to be the same form as these with the red X on the back and then also the date on the inside collar. But we'll see, I guess, what they end up coming with. But really nice quality leather on these ones. Got these at the Nike factory store, which is the only place that sold the banned ones back in the day when they came out. This is probably the most expensive one for me. I'm just looking real quick. This is the most expensive one up here out of all of them. It's probably the least retail or resale wise, but it's the most expensive one that cost me out of pocket, and it's the Supreme Dunks. And when these came out, I just really wanted the shoe, and I was gonna pay a little bit more for it, so I ended up paying like $4.30 I think for these. And just mediocre leather, nothing too crazy, but the elephant print and just the overall color combination was super sick. Not a huge Supreme fan, but I actually really liked what I was seeing with these. I didn't get the other Supreme Dunks that came out, and so this is kind of a consolation. But in my opinion, I like this one better than the other, like the black and the white colorways. The black one would have been really dope, but these ones are definitely up there with some of my favorites. Another one, this was kind of questionable. Some people are like, oh, you have other shoes that probably should have been up here instead of these. I have the Toro Bravo 5s, and I have just a bunch of random other ones, other samples, but these ones are more of like mainstream ones that kind of release. But these, the Supreme camos, I actually really like these things as well. The materials are different than it looks like in pictures. But some of these newer ones are tough because they make so many good like replicas that really trick people. It's really hard to find and know what you're getting yourself into on the open market. So you got to be careful out there. Another one that was super hyped up, All-Star weekend years ago, Galaxy Foamposites. Again, shout out to the dude that hooked me up with this pair. He gave me these pair for free. Really stand-up dude. And just crazy, man. Super nice gesture, but super dope pair of shoes. This is just one of those ones I never ever thought I was going to own. And just one random day, I ended up getting them in my hands, and the dude just gave them to me. They're small. They're size smaller than what I need, so I take the insoles out, and I've been trying to rock them. I've worn them like 3 times. So they definitely jam my toes a little bit, but worth it because at least I got a pair. And eventually the foams kind of morph to your foot, so they'll stretch out a little bit. And then getting into these 3, all Doernbechers, but all definitely hyped up. This one is one of my favorite 3s on the market. I just love the fact that it's all clear soles, the red. And Cole did a really good job on these. If you guys didn't see Sneakerhead in the base video, he cut a pair of these in half, and he gave me a shout out in the video, which is pretty cool. I put him in touch with Cole since I talk to Cole on Twitter and like Instagram and stuff like that fairly often. But I love the fact that he did like a little nod behind here, like a little this one has a chocolate bar behind you. You can't really see it in the video. And then on the other one there is a spaghetti. And the overall print on top here, it actually says Cole's name in an all over print wrap, but it's really hard to read. It's kind of cryptic, but that's what I kind of like about it. And then there's some reflective material on this one as well. Just a really dope 3 in my opinion. Definitely one that was hyped up, and then they retroed it like a couple years ago for the 10th anniversary. So like 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. And then they sold out like crazy. And again, I was somebody looked out for me, and I was able to get a pair. Another one that's super hyped up is these Doernbecher 4s. And so the Doernbecher 3s, 4s, and 5s all pretty hyped up. And these ones were the ones that I think people at first just didn't love, and then as time went, people just went crazy for these things. And now I know resale is like over $1,000, which is insane. I had a buddy actually look out for me for these as well, and it was really just kind of a nice thing that he did for me, which was awesome because I missed them on the release day. So these ones are authentic for sure, 100%, and got them from a great source. But yeah, crazy because like again, when you get a Doernbecher after release day, it's definitely a pretty dope feeling. And then these ones are probably one of my favorite shoes, just about one of my favorite shoes in the collection. Definitely my favorite 5 to date, just because it's Isaac's shoe, and he is the designer of these, and he's the one that ended up passing away before Jordan Brand and Nike and Doernbecher actually released his shoe, which is kind of just a really sad thing. His mom, actually, I met at a Doernbecher event, his whole family, Isaac's family, and the all-over print, which is on the insoles as well, and it's all over the upper. It comes with a flashlight so you can actually see the black light. It's actually the poem that he wrote the day before he passed away, which gave me chills when she told that to me in person. It was definitely kind of crazy. Stepped on some gunk down here. Glow-in-the-dark soles in here are absolutely insane. These things glow so bright. Glow-in-the-dark netting and eyelets and lace lock. Everything glows in the dark on these. That even the inside insole, or the air sole right there. These things are great, and I do have 2 pairs of them. I ended up getting really, really lucky, doubling up on retail for both of those ones. So that is another one that's definitely very, very hyped up. And then the last one, probably the most hyped one that I have in the collection, because this one is the special version with the sample yellow toe, is the Tokyo 5s. And this is one I was talking about earlier in this video, where this one was super, super hyped up. But before the hype came, I saw these in hand, in person, like months and months before they actually released. And I was telling somebody, I was like, hey, like, I really, really want those shoes. And I didn't know anything about them. I didn't know they're exclusive. I love the fact that they did an inverted 23. For those that didn't know, that's a 2 and then it's a 3 right here. So it's kind of like smart how they lay that out. It looks kind of Japanese or whatever. But the Tokyo, or the T23 Air Jordan 5s was one of those ones that everybody was trashing. I remember seeing the forums on, like, basically anywhere that these images posted. Everybody said they were trash. Jordan Brands reach in, they're just garbage, and then they're limited, and then all of a sudden everybody loves these. Like, it's just hilarious to me how that ends up working out. But that's the way the hype goes, man. Same thing that happened to the Yeezys. Like, you know, those are selling for over $1,000. Those things are selling for over $2,000. I've seen for $2,500 for just the regular pair, not the samples, which is absolutely crazy to me. Like, people shouldn't be spending that much money on sneakers, in my opinion. But it is what it is. I know this is kind of like a tongue-in-cheek video, like, look at all this hype sneakers over here, but at the end of the day, like, just buy whatever you like, and buy what you can afford. That's the other thing that's also really important. Like, if you don't want to buy a bunch of GRs and you want to save up and buy like a Grail to you or a hyped up sneaker to you, then save up and buy that shoe, but make sure that you're buying from a legitimate source if that's what you care about. And yeah, I think we'll just leave it at that. If you guys did like this video, give it a thumbs up. Definitely was a reach for me. I'm not really one to probably compile something like this and throw a bunch of hyped up sneakers in one video, but I thought it would be kind of a fun one to do for you guys. For those that actually want to see what I have, and for those people that always tell me I have trash when they see a new pickup like these coffin dunks, and they say that I have just trash sneakers, this is for them, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys for some more videos soon. Peace, guys.